Question 34a. This is a function machine. We have 2 as the input. Then we have an empty space. We have plus 8 or add 8, and the output is 14. The input in this function machine is 2 and the output is 14. One possible value that will fit into the empty space in this function machine is, as demanded by the question, we have to find a value that will fit into this space. This question is quite technical, not hard though, because if we are going from the left towards the right, you would hardly find the value, but we are going from the right back to the left, that we're doing inverse function or the reverse, it will be easy for us to get the answer. So let's say we assume this as a, it could be plus a times a divided by a minus a. We don't know the sign the value carries. That's a problem. So it's best we do the reverse to know what is actually here. Then we can find the relationship between what is here and the input, which is 2. The value here, we had to add 8 to it to get 14. Now we're doing the reverse, we're going backwards. So this 14, you subtract 8 from it to get the value that is actually here. So we have, for the inverse or the reverse, we have 14 minus 8. We're going backwards. 14 minus 8 is actually 6. So right here, we have 6. Now we have this as 6. It's now therefore easy to find the value that will fit into this empty space. At this point, it's best to go from the left to the right. You have 2, then what would you do to 2 to give you 6? The question says one possible value that could fit into this space. So how can 2 get you 6? There's an increase. And when there's an increase, you either add or multiply. So what would you add to 2 to give you 6? You add 4. 4 plus 2 will give you 6. So in this empty space, you can have plus 4 or add 4. So here, you can have plus 4. So 2 plus 4 will give you 6. You can assume the value as a here, then solve for a, you still get plus 4. So a possible value that will fit into this empty space is plus 4. So your answer is therefore plus 4, or you can say add 4. As said previously, an increase can be addition or multiplication. Like in this case, from 2 to 6 can be both addition and multiplication. So let's say we don't want to use addition. What value would we multiply by 2 to give us 6? Let's rewrite the 2, that's the input. We leave space, we have equals the output, which is 6. What can we multiply by 2 to give us 6? We multiply 3. So we can have here times 3. 2 times 3 will give us 6. So another possible value that could fit into this empty space is times 3 or multiply 3. Note that in a case like done previously, you might find yourself having fractions or values that you can't easily multiply. So you assume a letter for the unknown, then solve for the letter. Like for example, if you want to solve for this, you can say 2 times, let's say the letter is a equals 6. We're looking for a, so we divide both sides by 2. 2 cancels 2, or 2 divides 2. A equals 3. The value of your a is 3. So it's times 3. Therefore you get your times 3. Hope you understand.